I will give you hard facts.
Well done, Sandra, on all you do, going beyond the headlines and focusing on the facts.
I am Sandra Ezekwesili, and these are your hard facts. Hello, Lagos. Good afternoon. I am Sandra Ezekwesili, and these are your hard facts. First hard fact of the day: since July, Nigerians have filed 431 complaints against police officers. This data is coming from the Police Affairs Minister, Megari Dingyadi. He said that 304 of those complaints have been resolved, with 81 officers getting punished, including 7 who were sacked. He says 40 other cases are still being investigated. Great news, huh? Second hard fact of the day: Nigeria has fallen to number 3 on Africa's oil producers list. We used to be number 1. We used to rule the world. Well, now Angola and Libya are now ahead of us. In August, our output fell to 972,000 barrels a day. Meanwhile, we are supposed to be at 2 million barrels a day. Yes, this output crash is serious. It's a serious problem for the federal government. The 2023 budget is about to have the largest deficit ever. The National Assembly, in fact, has told the finance minister that this deficit is too high. So getting oil output back up has to be a priority for this administration in its last days. It also has to be a priority for the next administration. Maybe that's why the Senate is launching a probe into oil theft in the Niger Delta. We're going to see how that goes. If you witness a story that you want Lagos to know about, you want us to cover it here on Nigeria Info, call our newsroom on 01465 7175. I've got a great show for you today, starting with the big 3. Let's talk about LASTMA's 7-day ultimatum to trucks that are parked around Costain. Then let's talk about Buhari saying that he has done well. And then let's talk about Labour Party saying that Keyamo should be on security watch lists. Today is Wednesday. We're going to bring you the glass ceiling. On the glass ceiling today, let's talk about PCOS. On Balogun and Broad, let's talk about artisans and failed promises. We started that conversation last week. Today we'll continue it. And I have a new story. This time around, the welders. Remember those welders I told you about last Wednesday that told us they would do the work for 3 to 4 days and then the work lasted a week and counting. It was just yesterday that our tanks finally went up. It turns out that the welders did such a terrible job of, constructing a new, stand for the tanks. And now the tanks that were there before can't fit there anymore. The old tanks, they destroyed the bottoms somehow. And now we have to buy new tanks for the compound. It's a whole mess. It's a whole mess. I'll tell you the story at 5 p.m. today. And you can share your own stories with me as well. But beyond sharing our stories, let's take a serious look at the impact of the shoddy work that we get from artisans in Nigeria. So that's the conversation on 5 p.m. After the news at 6 o'clock from 6:15, Agogo will bring you Build to Go Global. There's news, business, and sports coming your way at the top of the hour every hour. But let's get started with today's Big 3. I'm Sandra Ezekwesili, Lagos. These are your hard facts.
This is the Big 3. The Big 3 on Hard Facts. On 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Will LASTMA be able to clear Costain? How has the Buhari administration performed? Could Festus Keyamo's accusations against Peter Obi cause a security problem? Those are the big 3. Let's talk. LASTMA has given a 7-day ultimatum to clear the Costain area. That's our first story. They want all the trucks and tankers that park under the bridge or near the bridge. They They want all of them gone. Same goes for the kiosks, the shanties, the container kiosks in the area. The state government says that these vehicles and structures are causing congestion, and that they are a security risk, and that they are a fire risk. Remember earlier in the year, we had the fire in the market under Pombo Bridge that actually damaged the bridge. So it seems like the state government does not want a repeat of that. So 7-day ultimatum to clear the Costain area. I'm sure there are lots of you who are listening who are saying, finally. But of course, Lagosians are also asking if this will work. Because remember that when Governor Sanwo-Olu initially ordered people to leave their Pombo Bridge, they didn't do it. It only happened when he drove past there on another day and he saw people still there. So, is there a will with this particular situation, do you think? Is there a will within LASTMA and other agencies to enforce these types of orders? And of course, I have to ask, why were those tankers and kiosks allowed to come there in the first place? It's been illegal to park your tanker in these places or to put a kiosk there. And every day you have government officials passing those places. You have police, you have LASTMA, you have Transportation Task Force before they were disbanded. And they've been passing Costain Bridge for years. They've been passing that place and they never said, you people should leave. So by turning a blind eye all these years, did government enable or encourage Lagosians to break the law? 0700-993-993-993. I know I'm asking numerous questions this afternoon, but feel free to answer from whatever direction or talk about it from whatever direction. That's why I love to ask a lot of questions so you can, tackle whatever subject we're discussing from numerous angles. I also want to ask what should happen to these Lagosians who have kiosks around that area, kiosks and shanties and container kiosks in the area. What should happen to those Lagosians now? Is this a situation where they should have known better so they can't complain? Or should the state be pragmatic, give them more time to relocate? Because you also have lots of small businesses there supporting some of the poorest families in Lagos. It's a complex conversation with lots of angles to choose from. So over to you. 0700-993-993. To our women, apologies that your phone lines are still not back up. The service provider is being really irresponsible at this point. They really need to get the service back up because we can't be paying for a service and not be getting the fruit of our labor. It's really irresponsible at this point, to be honest with you. This has been going on for over a week. Come on, man. Come on, you guys. But apologies to the women who listen to this show. Please give us a call as well on 0700-993-993. Hello. Thank you for calling us.
Good afternoon, Sandra.
Good afternoon. Welcome.
This is Malik speaking.
Hi, Malik.
Special advisor on duty matter.
Welcome.
And I don't read again.
What's happened now? What's happened?
Sandra, do you know Kappa Bridge?
Yes.
If you're going to Otopa.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see the way vehicles parked on that road?
Yes.
If you are going to Leventis.
Mm-hmm.
Has the government given them quick notice? Look, the government of Nigeria, both state and federal, is sitting in the courage to do what they want to do. They know that look, Sandra, I bet you all this on a fire brigade approach. Now smoke governor the truth. Nothing will happen, Sandra. What happened to satellite? You are giving tank farm to a design area. Go to satellite, there's no one in satellite today. Tankers all over. From trade fair they are coming. Tankers you put in just from trade fair to Navy Town, you'll be there for almost an hour, 2 hours because of tanker drivers. Is governor aware of it? They should stop all those things. Look, the elderly ones are meant to give us the hope to think and do things right. But in Nigeria, the leaders and the other ones give you hope to do things wrong. Stop doing smoke, Sarah. It's all right, though. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much for calling. Malik, not very optimistic that it will work. I wonder if Kevin disagrees. Hi, Kevin.
Hey, I greet you, my sister.
I greet you back. Welcome, sir.
Yes, you asked numerous questions. But I must say that in the first place, were they supposed to be there? In times like this, when we have security challenges across boards, people should not be sitting under the bridges. I don't know any country that people trade and club under the bridge. Maybe there is one. Someone should tell me. The man that owns that place under the bridge, that people drink and everything, I see him almost every time. And I have no apologies. We are neighbors, we are friends, but I have no apologies that place under Costain is nobody should be there drinking or having fun or selling or doing anything there because of the security challenges we have. That is the major issue now. So the questions you were asking about where would they go to and all that, they were not supposed to even be there in the first place.
To begin with. Okay.
They were not supposed to be there, so government should not be held responsible for that. And for your second story, if it was about building bridges and roads and infrastructures, then Hitler would have been the best president in the world. Governance has gone beyond that. Bill Gates came here some few years ago to remind us about human capital, health, and education. If you cannot do that, and even after building all those things, if there's no security, how will people apply on it? Look at what is happening in North Korea. If you look at North Korea, you see good roads and everything. But the people are dying because there's a dictator here. So it is governance in this 21st century has gone beyond building of bridges and buildings. But if the man say he has tried, kudos to him.
Okay, all
Thank
right.
you.
Kevin, thank you very much for calling. We've got Godwin on the line. Hi, Godwin.
Our only ambassador, President Sandra Ezekwesili, they won.
Thank you. Welcome.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Godwin.
Thank you. Yes, concerning the topic raised, the tanker, the clearing of the road within a space of time. We are not just hearing this now. Some times ago, within 6 months of my taking over of the government of this great state, issue of traffic will be things of the past. Now, it appears the more this intention, whether positive or serious intention or not, then the more the traffic, whatever has prepared and kept the legation into punishment of the highest order. It's easy to say. The action is the next thing. Is there any hope? Is there any action? Is it not just to say? We are here on ground to see if it's not going to be as usual. In fact, let me draw the curtain for this first area.
All right. Thank you very much for calling, Godwin. Let's take a look at messages we've got on WhatsApp. John says, please remind the Lagos State government to also visit under Agor Bridge and more Dolphin. All right. So my guy says, Sandra, the second hard fact should have read war-torn Libya and Angola, who survived a 27-year-old civil war that ended just in the 2000s, now clear of Africa's giant. Swagana, wow. Thank you very much for your message. Swaga ends that message with Importable's voice. God, I beg, go help. We've got this message here from, well, you didn't leave your name, but you say, Sandra, LASTMA ultimatum is all humbug. As you said, why were they allowed to be there in the first place? Giving them a 7-day deadline is a joke. Where will they put the tankers? In the lagoon? Ha ha ha. In my opinion, it's just a form of IGR, money generation for themselves. You didn't leave your name, but thank you very much for your message. The ha 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 was him. He typed ha ha ha. I just read what he typed. We've got a message here from Kowizi. Kowizi says it's not the type of work that LASTMA wants to do. They're at Ikorodu looking for keke driver that wants to give them 7,000 naira. God will save off in this country. Kowizi Worldwide from Igode with that message there. All right, Kowizi, thank you for your message. Let's speak with Obioma. Obioma is joining us from the US. Hi, Obioma.
I'm good, Sandra. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Welcome.
Yeah, Sandra, I want to talk a little bit about this tanker situation.
Mm-hmm.
Nigeria have got governors who are not thinking. In US here, in every 50 miles, you have government building a very big truck park. Then they issue license to private individuals who build very big truck stop that can contain over 300 trucks as they
Lagos
go.
has this, funny enough.
Yeah, what I'm saying is this, and these people pay, each truck pay at least $20 for overnight parking. So if you translate that to Naira, you can see how much those guys are making in a day. So why don't they issue license to individuals who can do this? Because it's not just removing tankers. Where are you going to put them? Trucks, trailers. Last time when I have my load over there, my container over there, it took days before it could move because of congestion at Apapa. These are simple things. All those buildings, stores and houses around there, they should talk to them. Demolish those houses, make it park. Let tankers and all those trailers pay overnight to park over there, pay per hour to park. Then you generate revenue. So it's simple, but people are not thinking. I'm sorry. I don't know.
All right. Thank you very much for calling. Let's come to you here in Nigeria, 99.3. Hello. 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 All right. That person doesn't seem ready to speak just yet. 99.3. Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name, sir?
Yeah, Gabriel from Ikoyi. Please, you said Lagos have a 300. Please tell me where that 300 park is.
Not 300 park, but they have trailer parks now.
Just like the one is at Ijora, I think we just have to do some business there. They pay up to 5,000 naira. It's not. Cafe cannot take less than 50 trucks. Very bad. Many times your truck. Although I'm not a trailer driver, we have some things doing there. Your truck enters one people. They even have 2 vehicles standby. I don't know where Lagos doesn't have any truck apart from Think. Even Thinkers, there's nothing like that in Tinker. Apart from the new one, they say they have been building since a good Jonathan time when they refuse to complete. At least they need proper trailer park. That's the way it's supposed to be. Even motorists will have their own park. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Thank you very much for calling. All right, let's take a look at messages that we have on WhatsApp very quickly. Sandra, the issue with artisans in Nigeria should be given the fire brigade approach. Don't worry, we'll come back to this message. I'll come back to this message at 5 p.m. So Ugo Cliff from Surulere, repost this message for me at 5 o'clock. Here's a message that says, I strongly support the clamor for Festus Keyamo to be placed on security watch list. He needs to be invited by the DSS to explain what he means by the statement he made on Peter Obi plotting fake assassination attempt. We need to start taking these types of statements seriously. Let me come back to the phone lines. 99.3, hello.
Auntie Sandra.
Sir.
Good
afternoon. What's your name?
My name is Obina.
Obina, welcome. Go ahead.
I'm calling you from Onipa.
Welcome, Obina.
If you want to go up now, like early morning, you spend more than 3 hours just to climb that Jigle Bridge. Army day there, police day there, last man day there. Some of them, they collect 1,000, some they collect 400. Where they want pack of those trailers? It just be like for those Okada, when they stop Okada now, go bus stop. Now those one where they collect 100 naira, 200 before. All of them, they break 100 naira, 200. Because most of last man where they there is, I tell you how much where they pay for a job. You don't go believe. Where they want pack them go, they will create another job where they give them money quick like that.
Obina, thank you for calling. Okay, if you just tuned in, LASTMA has given a 7-day ultimatum to clear the Costain area. That was our first story. They want all the trucks and tankers that park under the bridge or near the bridge gone. Same goes for the kiosks, the shanties, the container kiosks. State government says that these structures, these vehicles are causing congestion and that they are a security risk as well as a fire risk. I've got information to share with you before we keep talking on our big three today.
It is very unbelievable, though, to imagine that there are over 3.2 million people who are internally displaced in Nigeria. And these people include men, women, children. And these people have fled their homes, maybe because of conflict, violence, and banditry. But they found safety in IDP camps. IDP is internally displaced persons camps. But they have lost everything they own. They have nothing to their name. And these people need shelter, they need food, they need a livelihood to rebuild their lives. They need something to fall back on. They need something to rebuild their lives. And as a concerned Nigerian, I hope this resonates with you, because as Nigerians, we need to take action. We need to support our fellow displaced Nigerians. UNHCR, the UN Refugee Agency, is a lead organization on the ground right now, providing life-saving support to IDPs. You can help them to reach more IDP families by donating today. And there are two ways you can do that to support vulnerable IDPs in Nigeria. You can donate to UNHCR. To donate, all you have to do is please visit donate.unhcr.org/Africa. Donate.unhcr.org/Africa. Or if you want to do a direct bank transfer, that's totally fine. All you have to do is send that account, that money, that whatever you want to donate to UNHCR special account. That's the account name. The account number is 000-270-6104. 000-270-6104. Again, 000-270-6104. The account name is Standard Chartered Bank. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We'll take a break now. When we come back from this break, let's talk about President Buhari saying that he has performed well, even if people who should praise him are not praising him. I'm Sandra Ezekwesili. You're listening to Hard Facts on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
This is Hard Facts.
Information coming up. We'll be back in a moment.
Bro, you know one thing I love about us Nigerians? We're a very hard-working set of people. See small businesses everywhere.
Yeah, that's true. Everyone is an entrepreneur or as a side hustle, like me.
Yes, but it seems the major problem people have is finding office space.
Look at my e-commerce business. I have been making deliveries from home and now it has become an issue with my roommates.
Let Enterprise Hubs help you out. Enterprise Hubs is a one-stop center that supports growing businesses. With Enterprise Hubs, you can have a service office or a co-working space or even meeting rooms. It's in Victoria Island, Lagos, Asukoro in Abuja, in Kano, and also in Port Harcourt for affordable rates. So find out all you need on www.enterprisehubs.com or email them on info@enterprisehubs.com. You can also call 0906 000 9685. So stop stressing yourself. Call Enterprise Hubs, where entrepreneurs go to grow.
You don't start this your waka waka, abi?
Good evening, Uncle.
Don't call me that. Huh? Which kind leg you want carry come so?
No vex. No be anyhow waka waka. Na the night show I dey go.
So me no reach to follow you go this night show? Well, wait which kind show be that?
Na the night show. It dey happen for Wazobia TV and Wazobia Max TV with Nedu and Petite every Wednesday by 8 p.m.
I beg you, no carry this grammar come give me. Today, na me and you go do this waka.
The Night Show, showing Wednesdays at 8 p.m. on Wazobia TV and Wazobia Max TV, UHF 57 Lagos, DSTV channel 259, GoTV 98, Star Times 195, and Free TV 744. Sponsored by Number.
We bring fun,
good vibes.
We go in through the nook
and come out to the crannies.
We even have very serious conversations.
No, we don't.
Oh, yes, we do.
No, we don't.
And that's what makes us ask you, what's up, niggas? Let's do this.
I am Stretch.
I am Marianne.
And let's fire up your mid-morning from 10 a.m. to 12 noon on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Let's talk.
You are listening to your number one station for talk.
Your number one station for talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
President Buhari says he has performed well, even if people who should praise him aren't. That's our second story. I'm Sandra Ezekwesili. You're listening to Hard Facts on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Every day from 3 p.m., we bring you three of the biggest conversations of the day. And the president was in Owerri to commission some projects. If you're watching us live on Facebook, Nigeria Info 99.3, I'm about to play a video for you. If you cannot watch on Facebook, watch on YouTube. YouTube is Nigeria Info 99.3. If you cannot watch live, well, I've got the audio as well. Here's what the president said in Owerri.
Being unfortunate, the cost of petroleum went down from $28 to $37. But look at the problem in the northeast. Check with anybody from Borno or Adama, how many local governments were in the hands of the government then? They were in the hands of so-called Boko Haram, bloody, fraudulent people, whoever they are. They are fraudulent. But now, go and ask the hard-working governor of Borno State, very hard-working governor. Federal government is still there in charge now. So, relative terms of time and resources, this administration has done extremely well. I have to say it because those who are supposed to say it are not saying it. I didn't know why. Thank you very much.
Very interesting choice of words there, especially that part about the current Borno governor. Also, who do you think he was referring to when he said that some people whom he expected to be praising his achievements are silent? Anyway, that's the president's view of his own performance. Like Atiku Abubakar, who wants to be the next president, he says more Nigerians are poor and miserable today than in 2015 when Buhari took office. He also said, quote, basic commodities are now beyond the reach of the average Nigerian. A loaf of bread costs 100% more today than it did in 2020, he lamented. Farmers now pay more than 200% more for a bag of fertilizer, if they see it, than they did in 2020. The APC-led government is dressing Nigeria in borrowed robes. Nigeria is broke. Nigeria under the APC-led government has consistently run on budget deficits since it came into power in 2015. These budget deficits are often above the 3% threshold permissible under the fiscal responsibility law, end quote. So I just gave you two very different assessments of President Buhari's 7+ years in office. One from him and one from Atiku Abubakar. Which one do you agree with more? Who do you think the president meant when he talked about people who should be praising him but are not praising him? The number to call is 070-0993-993. Women, unfortunately, we don't have your line back up yet. Apologies about that. Please call us as well on 0700-993-993. Also, share your thoughts with us via Facebook. Facebook is Nigeria Info 99.3, YouTube Nigeria Info FM, and of course there's WhatsApp. WhatsApp is 080-959-75805. Hello.
Hello, good evening, Sandra.
Good evening. What's your name, sir?
I'm Sunday. I'm coming from Ikeja.
Welcome, Sunday from Ikeja.
Sandra, let us be frank to ourselves.
Okay.
Even you in the studio there, you listen to what the president said.
Mm-hmm.
And did you, even you in the studio there, did you think the debt we are holding is more like times 3 of what the former president indebted to Nigeria. This administration, they have not shown for the past 7 to 8 years now. They have not shown anything credible, and somebody will sit down and is not even showing up himself, and is coming to the public to tell us that the administration has done well. Is it in times of road? Is it in times of economy? Is it in times of education? Is it in times of health? Is it in times of freedom to expression? It is quite unfortunate. And I'm ashamed of this government that they still have that instinction to come to the public to tell us they have done well. It's quite unfortunate.
All right, Sunday. Thank you for calling. 99.3. Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. Hello? Hello? Okay. 99.3.
Yeah, President Sandra, good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, sir. What's your name?
Count down to your birthday.
Yes.
This is your senior special advisor. Today is Madam Joy's birthday.
Oh, happy birthday to Madam Joy.
Yes. Yesterday was our junior sister. Monday was her husband. Then Friday, 16 is Tony's son.
Okay.
President Sandra, you can hear the response the people is talking to in Imo State, right? That's to tell you that the man has done well. Because I don't think if he didn't do well, those guys will not clap. Okay, President Sandra.
Okay.
So for me, they won. No, I never believe in this government. They won. So kudos to those who feel the guy has done well. Even the Boronu man that he praises. People in Boronu, go there, President Sandra. Go and ask families. They say those who wear the shoes don't wear pinches. What people go through, and you are coming to praise the current governor of Boronu. It's well, my sister. Thank you.
Thank you very much for calling. We've got a tweet here from Kukoyi. Kukoyi says, Buhari has done well. ASU is on strike. Terrorism is on the high side. Doctors are leaving the country. Naira is depreciating. Niger experiencing Pro Max 13 suffering. Indeed, Buhari has done really well. Kukoyi with that message. We've got Collins on Twitter who says, LASTMA directive is a welcome development. I hope it's not just for the optics, because the same officials will collect bribe and look away. Buhari saying he has done well, LOL. He has actually done well in insecurity, economy, poverty, and education. Collins on Twitter with that message there. Joy Forever says, it is just political statement. Did he not issue ultimatum for everyone to vacate under bridges when at Bombom burned? Nobody obeyed that. Go to Obalende. As for Buhari, he says he has tried. A man can never give. I'm not sure I can read that on air. All right, let me take your calls. 99.3. Hello.
Hello, Sandra. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Okay. This is I'm calling from Oyibo.
Welcome.
Yeah, I think Buhari has done well. Though.
Okay.
Yeah, he has done well. I think for me, bread is cheaper now.
Mm-hmm.
And, cost of living is even cheaper. That's it. So, measuring from his own indices, he has done well. I think he has done well.
Okay.
And we are even more secure. So, he has done well.
Okay. All right, then. Thank you very much for calling. SND2 says the president is in a world of his own. If he thinks people will praise him for this performance, he's in a world of his own. I agree with Atiku Abubakar. Henry from Rikorodu says, okay, well, thank you for your message, Henry. Here's a message from Michael in Badagry, who says, what's the president saying? Even war-ravaged Libya, that has no factional government, is doing better than Nigeria. When countries and companies are announcing record profits, we can't even service our debt. Nigerians, vote wisely. Michael from Badagry with that message there. We've got this message here from Emeka, who is in the States. Emeka says, deep within his own heart, he knows he hasn't done well. There's no need for the statement because he won't get any accolades from us. All right, Emeka, thank you for your message. John from VI says, Sandra, permit me to laugh in my native language. Correct statement from our president. So he has not been hearing our praise. We've been praising for a while, 7 months of ASU strike, hunger praise, poverty praise, insecurity praise, all to mention a few. All right, John from VI. Let me come back to the phone lines. 99.3. Hello. Hello. Good afternoon. Thanks for calling. Hello? Ooh. Oh, no. What's happening with that call today? 99.3. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon, Sandra.
Good afternoon, sir. What's your name?
I'm Felix. I'm calling from my papa.
Yes. Welcome.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Welcome.
I want to talk on the Buhari. Buhari say he has done well, Abi?
Yes, he says he has done well. Hello? Okay, I don't know what's happening. Please call back if you can. While you are thinking about calling back, let me give you our third story so we can talk about all three at the same time. The Labour Party wants Festus Keyamo put on security watch lists. Now, you already know that Festus Keyamo, Bola Tinubu's campaign spokesperson, accused Peter Obi of planning to fake an assassination attempt on himself and planning to sponsor hoodlums to attack Labour Party offices while dressed in APC outfits. The Labour Party is hitting back. They're saying Keyamo's accusations are irresponsible and baseless and inflammatory. Abayomi Arabambi is the Labour Party National Publicity Secretary. And in a statement, he said, quote, President Muhammadu Buhari must now, as a matter of urgency, direct the service chiefs to place Festus Keyamo and other APC presidential campaign members and supporters on a security watch list, as they are now a threat to democracy ahead of 2023 general elections. I call on the Inspector General of Police to urgently commence a comprehensive investigation into Mr. Festus Keyamo's unlawful and treasonable activities. His conducts are likely to cause a breach of peace and anarchy in our country if this ugly trend is not nipped in the bud and Keyamo be made to face possible prosecution in a court of law. End quote. Very strong words. Now, I think we need to take a look at the timeline that brought us here. So, first of all, Peter Obi talked about a message on social media. I'm not sure if it was in an interview that he said that or if he was just sitting down talking to a bunch of people and someone was recording it. But he talked about a message on social media. He said that the WhatsApp was from Tinubu's group. Festus Keyamo is not denying that the message exists. Festus Keyamo is claiming that the message was actually sent by pro-Obi people disguising as a Tinubu group. He also says that they don't belong to any official campaign organization, but all the candidates have unofficial support groups that regular Nigerians who love them have set up. Some of you belong to some of them. So this is not a new thing. They're not part of the official campaign organization. That's something that happens during political season quite a bit. You have a lot of groups set up by regular people because they love particular candidates and they want to do mobilization work for them. This is not the first time one campaign has pointed to something that its opponents' supporters have said. So, for example, the Tinubu campaign has called out Obi supporters in the past, the same way Obi did in that video. But now, there's Keyamo's accusations about fake assassination attempts and false flag operations. Lagos, every day on this show, we talk about very hot topics. Very hot. Sometimes when you call in, you are agitated, you are angry, you say things. I've had some of you call in and make the types of accusations that Keyamo made. And what do I ask you when you do that? I ask you, where's your proof? I ask you, where's your proof? Where are your facts? It's like Comrade Koboko will call and tell me, Sandra, do you have facts? The reason I ask you that where's your proof question, number one, In civic discourse, when we say something that can damage someone's reputation or cause tensions, we have to prove it. If not, anybody can just say anything about anybody. So that's the first reason I ask you, where's your proof? The second reason I ask is the NBC, my regulator. The NBC says to me, Sandra, you can't let people just come on air and say anything they like about public figures, especially criminal accusations, without evidence. If I did it, NBC would query me. So if Festus Keyamo were on hard facts and he said what he said, I would be obliged under the code to ask him for proof. And if he couldn't give me proof, I would be obliged to cut him off or make him recant live on air. Same way that I cut you off when you call in with an accusation. So if those are the rules of engagement, did Festus Keyamo follow them here? Has he maintained the same standard that the government, through the NBC, expects from you when you call me live on air? What do you think about the Labour Party's response to Festus Keyamo? 0700-993-993-993. Just like yesterday, do not insult Festus Keyamo. Do not insult Tinubu. Do not insult Peter Obi. Do not be inflammatory with your remarks. Keep it strictly about the subject. No inflammatory comments. I will cut you off. WhatsApp is 080-959-75805. Hello, thanks for calling us.
Hello, Sandra.
Thank you for calling. What's your name, sir?
Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, my name is Alexo.
Welcome, Alexo.
Yeah, on this Labour Party stuff, you have just said it all. You have just said it all. And also, Mr. Jimmy Disu, I've spoken exactly what I had in thought in my mind. Because if you check, Peter Obi, did he officially ask them to release that video? Was it an official video release? And during that discussion, he was just discussing with his party members, and somebody took an advantage of recording that and putting it on social media. Then back to what you're saying before I called him, Keyamo. He has belittled himself as somebody who holds a high post and who is also a lawyer that knows the right thing. It is quite unfortunate to have such person of that capability to come on air and say this. And I don't know what the government agency, the security agency, are doing about this. It should be taken serious for this, because it is false, very faulty of him to come on air and say such things against an individual. And you know what this could cause within the society.
Alexo, thank you very much for calling. For clarity purposes, he didn't say it on air. I believe he said it on his social media. Constantine is on the line. Hi, Constantine.
Good day, President Sandra.
Welcome. Where are you calling from?
From Czech Republic.
Welcome. Go ahead.
Festus Keyamo is an elder statesman. There are some things that we actually want to hear from people like that, that are elder statesmen. And I actually watched the video from Peter Obi. This was just a social gathering with friends, not that he was talking in a platform like during campaign. Anybody can do that. You can receive a message that you say, friend, look at what I get, and this is coming from so people. He does not actually say it in a formal arena. For Keyamo to take it to that extent, I felt there is something fishing that Keyamo need to explain to Nigeria. Even if Peter Obi says such a thing, you could have just asked him to direct such accusation to the police instead of saying things about inciting tribal war, because he said this was from the APC camp, and APC is not just the Yoruba or the Hausa. There are some members of Igbos who are APC. So for Festus Keyamo to issue now a statement that Peter Obi was inciting something of tribal tribal war or something like that. It's very wrong of him as an elder statesman. And I think the Nigeria police force should actually carry out a thorough investigation about this issue. Thank you, Sandra.
Thank you, Constantine, for calling from Czech Republic. 99.3, hello.
Hello.
Thank you for calling.
Sandra, mama, yeah, one Obi from Ikeja. Hello, Kimana.
Odima Obi, welcome.
Long time, Sandra.
Odima, no.
Sandra, who is afraid of Peter Obi, please? Who is afraid of? I don't know. I don't know exactly what is happening because for me, this is a non-issue. It's a non-issue. I think people should overlook it and continue with what they're doing. This is a kind of distraction as far as I'm concerned. And for the president, saying that it has gone well, I laugh in Igbo language. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
All right, Obi, thank you for calling. We've got Ogwandi who says, Madam Sandra, if lizard fall and nobody praise him, he could definitely praise himself. President Buhari has done well. Oh. Bread is now 1-2, Gary is 1-2, rice 3,001, oil is 2,004. I beg Baba should allow us. We've endured enough of this government. Andy, with that message on Twitter. Let's take a look at this message here from Innocent. Innocent says, Nigeria top to bottom. This shows the level of evil, evil shenanigans these people have been perpetrating without feeling any remorse. What a shame. People really need to wake up this time around because we can't afford to make silly mistakes in 2023. Alex, Sandra, please educate your callers on what a statesman or an elder statesman means. It's very distracting for me to hear when they call certain people statesman. This message here is from Kuti Adewale. Kuti Adewale says, hypocrites will never appreciate President Muhammadu Buhari's work until he leaves office. Critically looking at things, I agree 100% with my president. Since the current republic, which began in 1999, no administration has performed as he is doing. We want development, industries and the likes. Investors will never come if the things PMB is doing now are not in place. Indebtedness is not his fault. If the country doesn't borrow now at a lower exchange rate when cost of execution of projects are cheaper, then we'll later execute projects at a higher rate. God bless PMB. God bless Nigeria. Kuti Adewale with that message. He's messaging us from Ogijo in Ikorodu. Kuti, thank you so much for your message. Yomi says the presidential candidate of the Labour Party owes the Southwest and indeed the people of Lagos an unreserved apology for his misguided utterances that portrayed Lagosians like me as a people who depend on people from other regions for the progress of our state. He really needs to go back to the history of Lagos. It's politics taking too far. All right, Yomi, thank you for your message. This message from Osei says, I think both Obi and Keyamo are wrong. Obi taking a WhatsApp group message and sharing it in public is against the fake news campaign. I hope Keyamo also doesn't say he got the info from a WhatsApp group. All right. This message here says, I strongly believe that some things sound better when they don't come from us. President Buhari said his government has done very well for Nigeria, especially in the area of infrastructure during his visit to Imo State. This to me sounded unnecessarily self-praising and boastful. He should have left the issue of his performance as the president of Nigeria in the last 7 years for history to judge. To me, self-praise on the part of anybody is a sign of insecurity. Aderinola from Abeokuta with that message there. All right. Thank you very much for your message. Let's see. Do we have time to take more messages? Yes, we do. So let me take this one here. We've got Tinto D who says Buhari is doing well. He's looking fresh. Look at how he looked yesterday in Imo State. Okay, what has that got to do with his statement, though? Peter Ayorinde sent a long message that I'm going to have to wait to read when we come back from this break. If you just tuned in, I brought you 3 stories on today's Big 3. LASTMA has given a 7-day ultimatum for Costain Bridge to be cleared of trucks, tankers, kiosks and containers. And I also told you that Buhari says he has done well. Let's take a break. We'll be right back.
Number
one talk station of Lagos is closer to you than ever.
Join the conversation online or on the go.
Be part of the Info family on our user-friendly mobile app and website for a better and improved listening experience.
Download the app from Google Play Store and App Store.
With super efficient and clean audio quality.
Log on to nigeriainfo.fm.
Watch us live on YouTube and Facebook.
Follow us on Twitter at NigeriaInfoFM.
And Instagram at NigeriaInfoFM Lagos.
Let's hear it from the brand builders, brand enthusiasts, brand promoters, and brand heroes. The 2022 edition of Marketing Edge Awards and Marketing Summit honors outstanding marketing professionals as a two-in-one epoch-making event, which holds on Friday, September 16th, 2022. Guest speakers at the Marketing Summit, Mrs. Tolulope Adedeji, Marketing Director, AB InBev West Africa, and Mr. Emeka Okeke, Founder and CEO, Media Fuse Densu. Special guest of honor, Lagos State Governor, Mr. Babajide Sonwo-Olu, Executive Governor of Ogun State, Prince Dapo Abiodun. Venue, Harbour Point Hall, Victoria Island. Time, 5 p.m. prompt. Marketing Edge, promoting the brand idea.
Kids, are you ready for an adventure? Let's go on an adventure then, an adventure ride with alphabet and African names. Fun and learning is great for kids, so join me, Auntie Norma, as we explore our African culture with the 26 letters of the alphabet. It's Alphabet Adventure! Parents, allow your kids to be part of this great experience to help them enjoy learning better. Alphabet and African Names Adventure is a 2-minute learning session for children, airing Monday to Friday at 6:23 a.m., evenings at 4:23 p.m. On Saturday at 10:30 a.m., we have a live session, and I'm also eager to ask you some questions and just as eager to give away a few prizes too on 99.3 Nigeria Info, your number one talk station.
99.3 Nigeria Info, your number one station for talk. Let's talk.
Let's take one call and then fill the rest of the time with messages from social media. I'm Sandra Ezekwesili. Hello. All right, that's not your lucky day, but that's my one call. So let me go back to social media. Peter Yorinde says, on President marking his own script despite the available resources is not a problem, but it alarms and confuses me into more questions. APC and President loyalists need to answer, should Nigeria he sees look so well and better among the people? Are Nigerians indicators in majority of human development looking better? The Nigeria they are presiding on are people more united and more productive in economy and in human development, such as education, health, and security. I think our leaders are either I think our leaders are either deceiving their shadows, or they don't monitor or evaluate their environment by themselves, or they're just living on a parallel alternative world. APC and the president's loyalists need to be sincere if they truly believe in God. All right. Here's a message that says, as for me, the president has done well. We have Wonder KG Graphics with that message there. Tochukwu from Agopalas Way says, Festus Keyamo seems to be a Femi Adesina Pro Max. We're really in for it in this country. Is it that Nigerians can't be trusted when they assume exalted positions? The likes of Adams Yoshomole, VP Oshimbajo, etc. comes to mind. I'm even beginning to doubt myself when I'm being employed into an exalted position. Unbelievable. All right, Tuchukwu with that message there. Festus Keyamo needs to be called to order. Chris from Ikotun says. We've got Ben Praise who says, Uncle has truly done well. Oh. A pint of Ijebu Gari 1,000, pint of Abakiliki rice 2.7, liter of diesel and fuel are 780 and 165 respectively. Well, where are you buying fuel for 165? Please tell us where so that we can locate the place and buy from there. Yeah, ASU is doing well for 7 months. Security is top notch. Our naira is in good condition. Our roads are good. Let me stop here. Ben Praise, thank you for your message. Well, a weak currency doesn't always mean a bad thing. I'll give you the example of South Korea. It's what you do with the weak currency that is the problem. Let's take a break. When we come back from this break, you're going to hear our business news. Business news takes the air from 4 o'clock. It's already 4 o'clock. Don't go away.
It's 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock.